Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mission Report, the Nintendo News Show. This is episode number 8. My name is James, and today I have 6 different items to discuss with you. Right off the bat, I want to get into some pretty big news that was floating around on Twitter and then confirmed on the Pokemon website. And that is that Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green are going to be coming to Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2. It's kind of unclear if this leaked or it was purposefully announced a week ahead of time, but basically following the Pokemon Presents, which is going to be on Friday, which I'll talk about here in a minute. At the end of that presentation, they're going to make Fire Red and Leaf Green available for purchase. They're going to be digital only, and they are going to be $20 each. And this is pretty exciting. Up until now, Fire Red and Leaf Green have been stranded on the Game Boy Advance. Fire Red and Leaf Green, as you probably know, are remakes of Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue that came out in 1998. And it's really exciting to see Nintendo kind of bringing some of those classic Pokemon games forward a little bit. And I'm interested to see what this means for Pokemon moving forward. Can we expect more Pokemon games being made available digitally? Some of even the DS games or the Game Boy Color games like Gold and Silver, or Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I would be all over Gold. Gold was, I think, the first Pokemon game that I played, but I don't expect them to get all the way up to Diamond and Pearl, because Diamond and Pearl already have remakes available on a Nintendo Switch as Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. We're going to say it's Shining Pearl. Anyway, online, you would think that if you're keeping up with this, you would think that it's a really terrible announcement because people are losing their minds. I think that $20 is a very fair price for these games. I do wish that they were available physically, and I do also kind of wish that there was an option to buy both of them for a slightly discounted price. Even if I could get both of them and get $5 off, I feel like that would be pretty exciting. But look forward to Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green landing on Switch digitally February 27th. And those are coming to Switch 1, and I'm not actually sure if there's going to be Switch 2 editions of those games. Not that I think that would really matter. All right, next. Pokemon Presents. The 30th anniversary Pokemon Presents. This is pretty significant. Actually, in my very first episode of Mission Report, I was reporting on some of the 30th anniversary stuff that had been coming out. So it's cool to kind of see the 30th anniversary stuff finally coming to fruition here at the end of the month. The Pokemon Presents is going to be Friday at 8 a.m. my local time. Unfortunately, I'm going to be at work. So I'm not going to be watching it live. I'm planning on watching it later in that same day. And I would imagine that there's going to be enough stuff there that I'm going to want to sit down and record something and talk about it. But there is also a chance that I might just wait and talk about the Pokemon Presents in my next episode. But that's going to be this Friday, the 27th, at 8 a.m., my local time. I think it's 6 a.m. Pacific time, so 8 a.m. for me, 9 a.m. for people over on the East Coast. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Check out the Pokemon Presents. And then you can look forward to, at the latest, hearing my thoughts on that next Wednesday. Number 3. Nintendo has added even more tracks to Nintendo Music. I feel like I talk about Nintendo Music editions every single week. This week, there are 2 different groups to talk about. The first one is that Super Mario Land 2, 6 Golden Coins, which was originally released on the Game Boy in 1992, has gotten some tracks added to Nintendo Music. There are 35 tracks for a total of about 30 minutes. And I went and kind of clicked on them, some of them. Some of them are kind of like full tracks, and then some of them are also just like sound effects and stuff too. I've never played Super Mario Land 2. My friend Sean Mason, who's over on the Games Over Plastic podcast, told me that it's not very good. So I'm probably not going to check it out. Anyway. Oh, and then we do have more Pokemon music. Nope, not Pokemon music. More stuff for Nintendo music. And it is that Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green are adding tracks into Nintendo music as well. I almost called it Pokemon music again. Fire Red and Leaf Green, I just talked about them because they're landing on Switch, and they were originally released on the Game Boy Advance in 2004. Fire Red and Leaf Green, it doesn't split them in Nintendo Music as two separate games. It has them all kind of as one game. I think it's because they share a lot of music, but they have 64 tracks for a runtime of about 81 minutes. So I would imagine that... excuse me. I would imagine that similar to Super Mario Land 2, there are some like minor like sound effects and stuff in there too. But that's cool. I've never really gotten into Nintendo music. There are some like tracks from Nintendo games that I really, really love. Like obviously Metroid Prime especially, and like every Zelda game I think has like really great music, but not enough for me to want to just listen to a playlist of like only those songs. But maybe that'll change in the future. Maybe when I'm like rocking at the gym or something, I'll try throwing on the boss theme from Super Mario 64 or something. Anyway, let's keep moving. Number 4, Super Mario Galaxy has gotten another new poster. Last week, I talked about like 5 or 6 different posters. There was like a Mario poster, a Luigi poster, a Bowser Jr. poster, Rosalina, and a whole bunch of Lumas. They got one more. They actually got this one the day after I recorded, and they haven't gotten any more since then. So this one features Yoshi, and we already knew Yoshi was going to be in the game because, Yoshi's been in the trailers and stuff. And this time, we actually see Baby Mario and Baby Luigi riding Yoshi. I haven't been keeping up with every single trailer and teaser they've shown. I want to say that we already knew that Baby Mario and Baby Luigi were going to be in the game too, but this poster features Baby Mario and Baby Yoshi riding Yoshi. Did I say Baby Yoshi? I'm going to start over. This poster features Baby Mario and Baby Luigi riding a Yoshi, and Yoshi is running away from a T-Rex that looks like the T-Rex from Super Mario Odyssey. And what's funny to me is that they're running like on top of the bones of like a fossilized dinosaur, like the skeleton. And so I think that's kind of funny too, how in this area, whatever area they're in, and I also thought it was funny in Super Mario Odyssey how there are both live dinosaurs and fossilized dinosaurs. That kind of, I know that it doesn't mean anything, but it's just kind of funny to me. But we're about a month away now, a little over a month away from the release of the Super Mario Galaxy movie. And the more and more that they show about the movie, my concerns grow bigger. Not because what they're showing doesn't look good, but I worry that they're going to try to cram too much stuff into one movie. And I also worry that they're showing off too much stuff and not kind of like saving it for the movie. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes in early April. I think it comes out April 2nd, if I remember correctly. Number 5, Nintendo had a Treehouse Live event. They called it Nintendo Treehouse Live, and in this event, they had it yesterday. I didn't watch it live because I was at work, and I also didn't even hear about it before it happened because nobody that I know thought this event was significant enough to tell me about it. I didn't see anybody talking about it online. I don't really spend a whole lot of time online anyway, but anyway, that's beside the point. This Nintendo Treehouse Live event highlighted Pokemon Pokopia and the Switch 2 edition of Mario Wonder featuring the Bellabelle Park expansion. And I went and found the YouTube archive of the stream. It looks like they talked for about 90 minutes, showing off different parts of these two games. And I decided to not watch the entire thing. I kind of scrubbed through it. They highlighted some different Pokemon and some different stuff that you can do with them. Pokemon Pokopia, I'm pretty in on it already, so I don't really feel like I need to be convinced on that game. And then the Switch 2 edition of Mario Wonder, I already thought that Mario Wonder was pretty great on the first Switch, so I don't really feel like it needs a Switch 2 edition. And then the Bellabelle Park stuff seems like it's mostly for multiplayer, and that's not really my thing either. So the main thing kind of keeping me away from kind of getting excited about this event is that it's not really focused. It's not like a direct or something that's focused on new announcements. It is solely focused. It's 45 minutes each of these two things that we kind of already know about. That I don't think that watching this event would have spoiled Pokemon Pokopia, but I would rather get to just experience the game. So that's kind of where I'm at on the Nintendo Treehouse Live. Finally, number 6. You can now redeem your MyNintendo Platinum points to collect custom icons from Xenoblade Chronicles X. They posted this on Twitter, and I feel like we're talking about platinum points every single week. My understanding is that you can use these platinum points to redeem a little image that will basically, you'll have the option to put it as your your profile icon. I think mine is Link right now. I'm pretty sure mine has been Link since I got my first Switch, and then I never even looked to see if there were any of them in there that I like more than Link. These will be available until March 19th, and the icons that are available will refresh every single week. So if you are a fan of Xenoblade Chronicles X, or you really enjoy customization on your consoles and stuff, maybe go ahead and check those out. You might have some latent platinum points lying around that you want to use for that. Personally, I don't care really about icons and stuff. I've never really been big on customization and stuff in the menus of a console. That's just never really been my thing, but I know that there are other people that like to do that kind of stuff, so I'm happy for those people that they can do that with new characters from Xenoblade Chronicles X. Ooh, my bad. I just slapped my camera. Anyway, guys, that is all that I have for today. In the comment section, please let me know what you think of these items I've discussed. What characters do you want to be available to purchase with MyNintendo Platinum points? As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you next mission.